Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another weekly setup. So I'm done analyzing over 20 pairs using the FX strategy set and forget strategy, and let me show you the best pairs we are willing to take for this new week. So I do this every Sunday, by the way, right? I call the best pairs for next week, and we see how they play out, and we review them after they played out, right? So these are the pairs I'm willing to take for this new week. So Euro GBP is the first pair. So the daily time frame is actually bearish. Weekly time frame, by the way, is also bearish. So I've been waiting for this pair for actually 2 weeks right now, and it seems like this new week is going to give us the opportunity to actually continue selling. Now, if you come a little bit closer right here, you can see that we have a not so clean left head, right shoulder right here, right, and then we have a very strong area of interest right here. As you can see, anytime we are above, we are rejecting up. Anytime we are below, we are rejecting down. Right now, we are actually currently trading below, but we are trying to be a little bit more careful. So let's look at how the 4 hour is looking. Now, if you come over to the 4 hour time frame, you can clearly see that on the 4 hour time frame, this minor area right here has been respected by price multiple times. Right, we cannot necessarily sell from the main area right into that area. What are the chances that it's not going to react back? Right, so we need price to actually have a cleaner break and retest under this low right here for me to actually continue selling this market. Right, so I'm willing to see that first before I actually sell this market. That's why my alert is down here. So that is the first pair for the week. Euro GPP, I'm willing to sell it next week. GBP card is another pair I'm willing to actually take next week. I'm looking for buys potentially next week. Now, coming over to the daily time frame, you can clearly see that this area of interest has been a very strong area of interest. Anytime we are above this area, we are rejecting to the upside, and anytime we are below this area, we are rejecting to the downside. Now, price have actually respected this area multiple times, as you can see, right? So now coming over to current price action, you can clearly see that we had a break, retest, and a doji right here. Now that doji is actually rejecting area of interest, it's rejecting round psychological level, it's rejecting EME, and it's also rejecting the last previous structure point on the daily time frame, right? So that is a lot of data from the daily time frame alone. Now, weekly time frame is actually technically all over the place right now. But the market structure is actually currently bullish, right? This right here is the lower low, lower high, and price broke above, making this now the new higher high, and this the new higher low, right? Coming over to the 4 hour time frame right now, 4 hour time frame, in my opinion, is actually still bearish, right? But I actually believe that the 1 hour time frame, which is going to be the entry time frame, will be a little bit more cleaner for me to actually take this buy to the upside. Now I just need a little bit more break, a cleaner break, and then a retracement for me to potentially, and an engulfing here, right, for me to potentially buy this market. So these are the two major pairs I'm very likely to take next week. But I also have other pairs I'm paying attention to, which is GPP JPY. So GBP JPY, we are still making a decision on exactly what to do right now. Right now, market is bullish. It could actually continue buying early next week, or we could sell this market if we have a shift of structure under this low right here and potentially sell from here. But we also have a very strong area right here, and we cannot necessarily sell from here because we will bump right into that area. So we are still making a decision about that, right? And I'll update you guys on the Telegram channel. You just click this link right here on the YouTube, and then click this link. It will take you straight to the Telegram channel, and then I will let you guys know exactly what to do on this market right here, right now, right? So for now, we are still making a decision. It could actually buy from here, or it should actually start selling from here or from here. So depending on how markets open, we'll know what next to do. That is that for GBP JPY. Euro JPY, I have a clear direction on what to do. So right now, this market is actually bearish, by the way. Let's just be honest. This market is actually bearish, but we have a very strong area of interest that have been respected by price multiple times. So price came to this area, rejected once, twice, thrice, and 4 times. And now we had 4 dojis. So 4 days of price action could not break this area right here, showing that this area is a very strong area, and it have reacted from EME too as well. Now, if you look at the overall direction of this market, you can clearly see that this overall direction is actually bullish. Right now, if you are looking at internal market structure, you can see that this market structure is actually bearish because it actually broke under this low, right? But we cannot ignore the overall market structure on this case and the very strong rejections happening from the area of interest, right? So because of that, I'm willing to buy this market instead. Now, if I go over to the 4 hour time frame, you can clearly see that 4 hour time frame is actually clearly bearish, right? Because of this selling pressure right here. But if you're looking at internal market structure, you can clearly see that we are breaking new highs. This is a sign that the buyers might actually be involved in this market very soon, right? Now, if I come over to the 1 hour time frame, it's going to be way more cleaner if we have a cleaner break above this high, right? Showing that we are breaking this high again, showing that the buyers are stronger, right? And then if we break that high, we had retracement. I'll be willing to buy all the way to 1.86233 because that level right there is actually the daily structure point, right? So that's where we take profits eventually. But I'll first take my profit as 1:2. Depending on how the momentum is going, I'll decide if to hold the market all the way to here, right? Again, I'll update you guys on the Telegram channel. You can just click this link and join the Telegram channel right here, right? So that is the another pair I'm willing to see for this week. Now there are other pairs I'm just paying attention to, like NZD USD. I believe that NZD USD could come back right into this area to potentially buy, or come back right into this area to potentially buy. Now I actually feel more safer waiting for a retracement all the way down here before I actually buy. But I'm just monitoring this market to see how it goes. I'm very less likely to take this pair next week. NZD USD, I'm just looking at it to see how it goes. Euro USD is the same thing. I'm expecting market to actually buy once we get to this area. But again, I need the selling pressure to kind of subside, right? I need it to slow down getting into area of interest and give us reasons for us to actually buy Euro USD next week. But I highly doubt that it might actually um come back into the area and actually buy in 1 week, right? We have only 5 days, and this is actually the daily time frame, right? So I highly doubt it's going to happen. But again, I'm putting it to see how it plays out in case of next week. Now I'm also looking at two other pairs right here, which is Euro AUD, right? Euro AUD could potentially continue selling, and GBP AUD could potential could continue to sell potentially, right? But I'm not actually willing to take these trades because the 1 hour time frame is going to have to shift structure, and I usually use the 1 hour time frame very much, right? For now, this 1 hour time frame is actually bullish because this right here is the higher high and this is the higher low. For us to sell this market, we need market to shift structure, to shift under the structure, and then have a new retracement to sell. I highly doubt that is going to happen, right? This market, if you are going to take it, is going to be looking very good on the 4 hour time frame. So I don't know what if I'm going to enter that market. I highly doubt I'm going to enter that market. But the best pairs I'm willing to take for this week is Euro GPP, GBP card, GBP JPY or Euro JPY, and then maybe one of these AUD pairs. So that's pretty much it. Remember to turn on your notification, guys. Turn on your notification so that anytime I drop a new video every Sunday, like I usually do, right? YouTube will send you a notification letting you know that ZIKO Forex just dropped another new video, so that you can jump right into it and start winning immediately. When you plan in this market, you're likely to win, right? And by the way, I made a video about 5 lessons I learned about Harvey Forrest and Jeffrey Benson. You can check it out if you think it's going to be good, and let me know what you think about the video in the comment section, right? And I'll see you guys in the next week's setups.